You're listening to the CobCast. I'm Cobb, and this is the cast. If you didn't know already, primarily what I do here is I create audio adaptations or multimedia projects based on the stories that I write. So what I thought I'd do is I'd do a little weekly roundup of the stories that I had published the week before. How I'll do this is I'll read the headline and a little bit from the story, and I might throw in some audio from the interviews as well. So here goes nothing. Another Dallas developer is accused of bribing city council members. Sherman Roberts, president of affordable housing developer Citywide Community Development Corp., is accused in federal court of paying bribes to two former Dallas city council members in exchange for their votes to support his projects. The indictment charges him with one count of conspiracy to commit bribery regarding federally funded programs, and one count of bribery concerning a local government receiving federal benefits. The Dallas Morning News identified the two former council members, identified in the indictment as Councilmember A and Councilmember B, as Carolyn Davis and Dwayne Caraway respectively. Jamie Lee Curtis and Kim Kardashian West support North Texas teen in murder case. If you read the Dallas Morning News a couple of weeks ago, you might have seen actress Jamie Lee Curtis's full-page ad coming to defense of Zeffie Trevino, a North Texas teen charged in a 2019 murder case. The ad parrots the claims of Trevino's family and legal team that she was actually being trafficked at the time of the murder. The lawyer for one of her co-defendants, the man police say did the shooting, says the ad's claim is bullshit. The lawyer's name is David Finn. Here he is now.
Zeffie Trevino set this whole thing up. If there's no Zeffie Trevino, there's no robbery and there's no homicide. I'm aware of coercion, duress. I got 3 daughters. I get it. But this allegation or this defense that she was sex trafficked is complete bullshit.
It's a hard case for Trevino's legal team to defend in the media, as they can't comment on the specifics of the case because of juvenile confidentiality laws in Texas. This is what Justin Moore, one of Zeffie's attorneys, tells me. Edgardo Eddie Garcia named DPD's next police chief. San Jose Police Chief Edgardo Eddie Garcia is coming to take the lead at the Dallas Police Department. City Manager T.C. Broadnax announced his pick for the city's 30th Chief of Police early last week. Garcia will be the first Hispanic police chief in DPD history. And lastly, the Dallas Police Department says no to redesignating street racing calls to a higher priority. The Dallas Police Association President Mike Mata said the department shouldn't just be arresting people, handing out citations, and temporarily impounding cars, only to be given back to street racers after they pay a $200 fine. Instead, he said the department should be seizing the vehicles as criminal nuisances, which would allow them to hang on to the vehicles longer and make it more costly for the owners to get their cars back.
There has to be more cons than pros, and this is about protecting the public. When you impound that car because it was an instrument of a crime, and you hold that car for a period of time for evidentiary purposes, then it's not a $200 ticket. Then it's a $2,000 pound ticket, or they have to miss work because they don't have a vehicle to get there.
During an update on Dallas's street racing enforcement early in December, some council members questioned why the department wasn't seizing vehicles. This is because the current street racing ordinance makes it hard to do so, Mata says. It's almost like playing bingo trying to match up all the criteria to have a vehicle declared a nuisance.
And that's the problem. That's just the way the ordinance is written. Well, correct the ordinance. Make the ordinance to where it defines that vehicle as the instrument of the crime. And then you're seizing the vehicle as an instrument of the crime, and it can be released when they go see the judge.
And that's a wrap. If you tuned into this first weekly roundup, I really appreciate it. If you want to read any of these stories, you can find links to them in the description below. Anyway, I'm Jacob Vaughn, a journalist based out of North Texas. Some people call me Cobb. And this is the CobCast. Thanks for listening.